Alright, for you new players out there, I have a deck for you that might actually suit your wallet, because this is only a $60 deck that is actually really good, because I've taken this over into Telesha, and as you can see from the results, I have a very decent win rate for a deck that practically costs nothing. Well, $60 still a lot of money, but you know what I mean. Compared to all the other Flesh and Blood prices out there, $60 is very cheap. What does this deck want to do? Well, this deck kind of wants to high roll, but it high rolls in a way that you have a lot of control over what you're doing. Also because we are running a Hope Merchant suit in the deck, which means that if we want to fetch certain combo pieces from the deck, we can very easily get rid of a bunch of cards that we don't want in order to draw new cards and maybe draw into better ones. And the way that this deck functions is you want to kind of intimidate and get all these cool intimidation effects from Rhinar's hero ability of early on to strip cards from your opponent's hand and making it very hard for them to block whatever you're doing. If you win the dice roll and you do go first, it's very easy to pull something off like an Alpha Rampage. Just playing it, it will intimidate by itself. You discard a 6, you usually can manage to do this by making sure that you pitch your non-attack so that everything that's left in your hand is actually a 6 or more, and then with 2 cards stripped from the hand, you're presenting a 9. They realistically can only block like 6 or so, and then you're still piercing like 3+ damage depending if you also cracked Goliath Gauntlet on the first turn. Also really great to get rid of your opponent's armor early on, which makes it easier for a lot of things to connect. There's a lot of really fun combo potential in here. My advice is take this deck on Telesha, just click on the link down in the description and just go and play a couple of games with this. It takes a little bit of time getting used to, like just read the effects and try to figure out like, okay, how do all these additional costs work. The additional costs, like the discard cost, they do need to be paid for, and even though it says that you discard a random card like I mentioned, you can manipulate that a little bit by making sure that you pitch the cards that you don't want to be discarded and then just playing one of your cards in order to discard any of the 6 attacks in your hand. It can deal a huge amount of damage, especially because we have stuff like Wild Ride in the deck nowadays, which allows you to draw a card and then discard a random card. If it's a 6 attacks go again, which is already a 6 attack by itself, so you can very easily pull some stuff up like playing a Wild Ride, pitching a blue, and then for example once it has go again, following it up with something like a Savage Swing, which is an additional 7 attack, allowing you to discard yet another card, which then will give you a additional Rhinar Intimidate trigger, and then you can just get a chunk of damage through. The most damage that I was able to deal in a single turn earlier today was 20 damage on the very first turn. The opponent was not happy about it. Of course, they did manage to survive by blocking with their equipment, but they could only block with 1 card from the hand, which was rather sad for them, and was able to create a situation where the deck was pretty much able to push them down all the way to 6 life before they even played a single card, and that's the power that you have with a Rhinar deck in general. So there you go everyone. If you want me to do a fully upgraded Rhinar video as well, feel free to let me know down in the comments, but for the most part I feel this deck is pretty much optimal already. The only thing you need is a Crown of Providence to replace the Hope Merchant suit, and then you're pretty much good to go. That's all you need really. All you need to start winning at your local armory event. So have fun with this one, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like me doing these budget deck videos, maybe if you have the chance, you could consider joining my Patreon. That will allow me to have more time and more resources available to work on these kind of videos. Lately the Patreon has been doing a bit better, which means that I was able to spend like 5 to 6 hours today to be able to put this deck together for everyone out there. So if you want to help me out, feel free to check that out, and maybe we can help each other in one way or another. Anyways, thank you for watching everyone. I will see you all next time, and good luck playing Rhinar.